got a phone call from legendary football player John Terry. Flew into London. I'm going to his house to see what he has and hopefully be able to bring some of these goodies back to the United States for auction. When I look at his stuff, I've honestly got to see how he has it positioned, what he does with it, and realize if he has a personal, emotional attachment to it, and we'll go from there. But normally, when I get to an athlete's house, I bring home the goods. I was actually thinking how long it's been. I was like, I haven't left the States since like pre-COVID. I'm like, nope. I went to Wimbledon and hit with McEnroe, which of course we were not filming for, so I did not get that on camera. Here we get out. King's Face, they're waiting for me. Maybe I'm not welcome.
I can comfort.
Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah, now we're good.
How you doing?
Nice to see you. Great to find our CMS. So yeah, great to see you. Comfort.
Whoa.
So I've got it all kind of prepared and ready for you.
Yeah, it looks like you got it organized. This is great.
So I've got kind of shirts, armbands, boots, a bit of everything you see.
A little bit, more than a little bit.
Yeah. So a few boots from kind of my England days. Mm-hmm. Some of them still have the surf on them as well.
That's where collectors live. They want to see that.
It's original, it's authentic.
Yeah, match worn is match worn, right?
Absolutely.
And are they all identified by the individual games here?
Yes, I would speak to Nike or Umbro and get them to kind of just embroider, just so I knew for the future what games they were.
You were thinking ahead.
Yeah. My last ever Chelsea boots, 717 games.
And you wore 2 pairs?
For this game, no, because it was my last ever game, but every game I wore 3 pairs actually.
Oh.
So I wore a pair to warm up in, a pair first half and the rest of the second half, yeah. Cool. Which I don't think pleased Nike and Umbro. Over time, it's more expensive for them. I'm sure you will work. We'll come through to the office, we'll have a little look through. And as you go past, there's a few names you might recognize here as well.
Oh my gosh. Now, were these all match worn?
All match worn shirts.
Did you like exchange jerseys?
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, Leo was one of those players who wanted to swap shirts.
Of course.
I was quite lucky because I was a defender and he was the attacker. By the end of the game, I was pretty close to him. So I beat all the other players to him and got a couple of shots. This one was quite famous because they didn't wear the orange one too often as well. And there's pictures of me kind of swapping shirts and stuff. But
tremendous. Yeah, tremendous.
So this is the office.
Whoa. This is ridiculous. Pretty cool. This is very nice, yes.
So this was the PFA Player of the Year 2004-05. And very special for me, just because all the other players vote for this.
Yep.
It's the people you're playing against.
Recognized by your peers.
Yes, by your peers, exactly that. And also there's not many defenders to have won the trophy as well. And then there's kind of England caps. So every time you play for England, you get a cap.
Played quite a few games for England.
Quite a few, 78 in fact. I just always wanted to keep stuff. So even from the Champions League final, when I didn't officially play, I kind of managed to get the ball from the day. Champagne bottles, I kept some open and some are still closed.
Trophies are just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, these may be the coolest looking awards I've seen in my business.
Well, I think in terms of sports, I think you're right, because there's some of them that are not great looking, are they?
Yeah, correct.
But I mean, the Champions League is probably the most beautiful of them all. Yeah, and then there's a few other personal bits as well. That this one I love from Chelsea. So Chelsea gifted me on the pitch 717 games, and then these smaller replicas are what Chelsea kind of give you for winning that. So you get the medal, but you also get these little gifts from the football club as well, which is very nice to keep as well. Great memories.
And the crystal ball.
This was Player of the Season, actually, 04-05.
Very nice.
Which
very
is
nice.
Very nice because we won our first trophy and managed to get that, which the fans vote for as well. These ones are really special to me. So all the players vote for their best player, so best defender, best goalkeeper. and I got voted best defender in Europe for 5 years running.
Wow.
I mean, when you talk about the players that I admired and looked up to, Marcel Desailly, Paolo Maldini, Puyol, these guys that were my idols,
Yep.
to kind of beat them or be amongst them was pretty special for me. And to have the trophy still is very nice for me.
5 in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's incredible.
And then this ball was the first ever goal at the new Wembley Stadium. I scored against Brazil from the David Beckham, the free kick.
It's incredible. And that's the actual ball.
That's the actual ball, yeah. Small bits like that at the time didn't really seem so significant. It's now I've retired that I come in, look at that, and realise the importance of that, and realise the importance of the individual awards and, you know, and other bits. So really glad that I kind of had an eye on keeping all of these bits and great memories for me.
Oh, it's tremendous. I mean, you had the foresight to save your items as well as, you know, get an item like this as opposed to letting the club keep it.
Yeah.
It's incredibly special. I mean, this is the type of stuff that fans around the world would love to be able to get a small piece of. Football memorabilia is so unique and is not often shared. So you've got fans all over the world that would love to own a little something of their career, because to me, and this is the way I explain, like, why do people collect? What is a collectible? To me, I look at it and something like that, somebody owning that, it's like they're owning a piece of history. They're capturing a moment in time that, you know, no, they're not a great athlete. No, they didn't win five championships. No, they didn't win 5 players of the year. But to have something like that,
Yeah.
you know, they feel like they are this, you know, the steward, the caretaker of a piece of history. And that's the same for anything in here. Somebody goes to the house, they're gonna have it on display, they're gonna brag about it, they're gonna tell their friends, they tell exactly. So it's, you know, that's what I'm hoping to do. And that's honestly, that's why I, you know, flew to London,
Yeah.
to see you, to try and see if there was a way that we can share some of your collectibles with the public.
Okay. I've seen your show. I'm a big fan, as you know. Hence why you're here.
Yes.
I knew you'd get to that point.
Yeah.
But Ken, as you know, I've just started my foundation, and you know, I want to raise money for a couple of really big charities as well that are really close to my heart. I love the fact it can potentially go to a Chelsea or an England supporter across the world that has a great memory from this game also. And because I've gathered so much over time, there's little bits I'm happy to have a discussion, and then there's other bits where you're very good, but it takes some more sweating.
Well, I mean, if you look at some of these items, like obviously you said this is, you know, perhaps your favorite piece. All right. What I want to be able to do is, you know, as you take me through some items, is figure out, hey, these are the things that are most precious to me, and what you're not going to be heartbroken over is let's raise millions of dollars for your foundation and share something throughout the globe. I mean, you've got to realize that it's not just the UK, it's not just Chelsea. You know, there are going to be people all over, you know, in North America, in Asia, in the Middle East, that are huge fans of yours that would just kill to, you know, own any one of these items. And yeah, it's my job to bring it to them.
Luckily for me, I was very superstitious, so I used to wear 3 pairs of boots a game. To be able to kind of keep a pair, but also with my arm twisted, potentially let a pair go.
Exactly.
Still have the memory of it, and you know, potentially can make someone very happy as well.
Great, we're making progress.
I told you he's good. So we have in front of us my 5 Premier League medals, a Champions League medal from 2012, 5 FA Cups, a couple of Carabao or Capital One trophies as well. Unfortunately, some losers medals, which to get these makes it a bit more special. But part of the journey as well, always say.
Well, fine, that's not losers, right? All right.
Yeah, right. But these are incredibly special to me. So this is from 2004-05. Again, the very first one.
This is the first one.
Yeah. So this,
And that was the first one ever, right?
yeah, first one ever, yeah, Premier League. We just had Mourinho come in, very famously got his medal and threw it into the fans. They give him another medal, and he threw that one straight to the side. So there's 2 out there somewhere. We then went a couple of years without winning it. We then had a manager Carlo Ancelotti come in and we won the double that year, so Premier League, FA Cup, and then we ran a little bit longer, so 2014-15. In this gap, we had a temporary manager called Rafa Benitez. I was 33, 34 at the time, and he'd basically told the football club that John's past it, he can't play anymore, he can't play 1 game a week, let alone 2.
Oh God.
And thankfully, we got rid of him as manager. And we brought Mourinho back. And Mourinho called me. I was in Portugal on holiday with my wife, sharing a bottle of wine. And he called me, he said, I'm coming back and you're still my captain.
Amazing.
And it was really emotional, really powerful for me. And we went back, I played every minute of every game as a 35-year-old. The being kind of written off and being in the last year of my contract, thinking this was going to be my last year. Not only did we win the league title that year, but I managed to get another contract as well. And that extended, and this was my last one in 2017 under Antonio Conte. This is holy grail, this Champions League, 2012. Even though I didn't play in the final, I was suspended, I got sent off in the semi-final, and we managed to beat Barcelona, which for me was the best team of my generation. Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, all of these guys.
And you?
Well, me from the sidelines used to, but Ken, very famously, I run on the pitch at the end of the game, so it looks from afar, if you don't know, it looks like I've played the full 90 minutes. I've got boots, shin pads, and full kit on and everything.
Obviously, this is great stuff, but I do notice that you have it all in boxes, locked away, not displayed. And you know, I would think this would be a great way to, you know, help raise money for the foundation, and share your career and part of your legacy with fans throughout the world.
You're pulling on my heartstrings to get these medals away from me. Listen, I'm not sure I can do it on the medals. If I'm honest, these are like to be the first captain in the history of Chelsea to win the very first one, the Champions League. But like you say, that I lock them away. I don't display them in case of burglaries and stuff like that. So they're in the safe and they're with the bank and stuff. So I don't get to kind of enjoy them as much as I should. Maybe they should be in a museum somewhere or something.
And that's a lot of people that, you know, purchase items from us and then they either donate them to a museum or loan them to a museum. That's something that can happen with a lot of these items. And you know, my job is to work with an athlete like you and help them accomplish their goals and make the fans and the collectors happy. At the same time, I recognize that everybody's going to have something that's, you know, personal or emotionally attached, and you kind of never know what that is. So, you know, as we go through stuff, I would want you to tell me, hey, you know, this is not in consideration. This I want to set aside. This I want to have, whether I want to look at it or let my children keep it or something along those lines. And I may have a reputation for being very, very high pressure, but the reality is that I never want anybody to feel uncomfortable. And if it's something that, hey, this is more important than money, this is something that, you know, I just could not see somebody else owning, then we set that aside as we go through everything.
Okay.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay. Let's agree to do this, and you and I will just go through item by item and see what we come up with.
Okay, that's a good plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Deal?
that makes you feel comfortable. Deal.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe now for new content every week.